Hello, John.
Hello, Oliver.
We often see in the paper, the news about Annie McCarrick and all the different missing women in Ireland. But there's actually 834 people missing in Ireland currently, okay? That's all cases, okay? Some of them are historic. But what's really worrying is that 317 of them are children, okay? And TUSLA is involved in it, and then it's trying to find out their whereabouts. But they say that some of them are refugees that were displaced from their families when they came to Ireland, and then they just vanished. But how can a child just vanish? It's bizarre.
Okay,
it means there's no proper monitoring system for children coming into the country.
Well, that's the trouble, monitoring system, because children don't go missing. There's a reason, and regretfully, many homes that can be abusive. Not every parents are delighted to have children. The children can suffer abuse or ill treatment or even hunger. But there can be various reasons as to why they go missing. Now, the business of people from other countries that are missing because displaced and that is a kind of what I call a red herring. It would want to be numbers would want to be attributed to the number of missing people. What are they Irish? Don't forget that when Shatter was Minister for Justice, there used to be hundreds of people or thousands getting Irish citizenship. I haven't seen much of that lately, but that was happening, and it looked a very peculiar thing to be doing because as far as I was concerned with what they were at was making sure that they were going to get votes. Mm-hmm. There was an agenda afoot. But aside from the agenda, the business of missing people, and 800 of which 300 and odd are children. Now, that's the official figure, but how do we know if there's not double that? Because the official figure is often wide of the mark of the reality on the ground, do you see? And there should be some effort on the part of the authorities to establish as the nationality of the people, and and assuming that some are Irish, are they Irish kind of by way of being born in the country and third or fourth generation? In other words, they're not people that have got Irish citizenship and then they're down as Irish, but they're not Irish. They're from some other jurisdiction and that got citizenship when they were dishing them out willy-nilly. I don't think that's happening now. Did they learn a lesson from it? We don't know, you see. There's no questions about these things. And I think you're quite right to raise them in that context because there seems to be no, as far as we know, monitoring system for people coming into the country to know where they're travelling from across the globe to here. And some of them come without passports. And they still are let in. And that type of thing. So these are all, how would I call it? They're all, they're not doing their duty. Everybody should be checked the same as they are when they go to other countries in Europe. And also in the United States, there's a hue and cry about what's coming from Mexico and all this with all this infiltration of people, that some of them were terrorists that have been apprehended. So there's terrible trouble in the United States at the present time with the amount of people coming from, and they're not just coming from South America, they're people that would be suspect from other parts of Europe and infiltrating that area. So there could be terrorists among that would have got through. And they're not there for good. So with regard to this country, the first thing that any government should be organising is a kind of a system whereby anybody coming in can be in a detention place until such time as they're vetted to know who they are, in case they've committed crimes in the countries that they come from.
Yeah. I think what you mentioned there about there's no proper monitoring system. I think there probably is a monitoring system, all right, there would have to be, but the thing is, it's obviously not working. That's the problem.
Well, you see, it's not working, and this question of all these missing, that's the official figure, but it could be double that. We don't know. The official figure often puts the figures low because they're being reported. But what about all the other ones that's not reported? We don't know what the true situation is, but even as it is with the 800 and odd that they're talking about, we should know, the authorities should know what background they're from, what sort of homes they come from. Was there violence in the homes? Was there neglect? Is this why children are missing, or what? Or why are they missing? And what ages are they?
It's the thing.
They have to be under 12 or 14. I don't know what children are called until such time as they reach adulthood when they can make a decision. But the ones that are adults, why are they missing? What's wrong with them? We'd like to know, wouldn't we?
The thing about it is, look, there are some people go missing because they don't want to be found. You know, some people just forget about their family. They're disillusioned with life, and they go on and they immigrate. They don't tell anybody, and that's it. You know, other people are committing suicide. You know, so there's a whole lot of reasons why they're missing, but the alarming thing was just the 317 children. It seems.
Well, it is alarming, and that's the official figure, and I have a feeling there could be a lot more, because oftentimes the official figure underestimates the amount that's actually happening, because they mightn't be reported by whoever's in charge. We know there's a lot of children now in care and by the state, and some of them are missing, and some of them are have problems, psychological problems. So there's a lot of efforts in the country, and that we're not getting the full facts, and as to why they're missing, and what sort of families they were from, and what nationality are they.
That's it. Thank you very much, John.
Thank you very much, Oliver.